Thursday, June 18th. We read from Genesis.
The child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. But Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, playing with her son Isaac. So she said to Abraham, "Cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not inherit along with my son Isaac." The matter was very distressing to Abraham on account of his son. But God said to Abraham, "Do not be distressed because of the boy and because of your slave woman. Whatever Sarah says to you, do as she tells you, for it is through Isaac that offspring shall be named for you. As for the son of the slave woman, I will make a nation of him also, because he is your offspring." So Abraham rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar, putting it on her shoulder, along with the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered about in the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, she cast the child under one of the bushes. Then she went and sat down opposite him a good way off, about the distance of a bow shoot, for she said, "Do not let me look on the death of the child." And as she sat opposite him, she lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the boy, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven, and said to her, "What troubles you, Hagar? Do not be afraid, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Come, lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand, for I will make a great nation of him." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. She went and filled the skin with water, and gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy, and he grew up. He lived in the wilderness and became an expert with the bow. He lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother got a wife for him from the land of Egypt.
From verse 17. Do not be afraid, for God has heard. God's gift of compassion. Maybe there is some truth in the viewpoint that all the conflicts in the world can find their origin in one word: greed. The Holy One of Israel gave an important and valuable gift equally to both Isaac and Ishmael, along with their parents. You, Isaac and Ishmael, will be a blessing for many, and from each of you will come a great nation. As Isaac received abundantly in his young life many things, including abundant food, and Ishmael experienced a life of emptiness, including starvation, God intervened with a blessing for both, that they each would be the patriarch of a nation, and their descendants would be blessed for generations to come. One thought that could give you food for today: what blessing can you offer for those who may be motivated by your attitude and actions? You could cultivate the gift of compassion for the other, both strangers and neighbors. Too many political leaders today seem to be more than willing to judge the weak, the powerless, even the ill, as less than worthy of their concern or attention. As we reflect upon the compassion of God towards us, we will be filled with God's blessing of being compassionate towards others. Let us pray. God of life, you enable me to view a stranger or a neighbor with the insight of compassion and act with empathy and love towards them. Amen.